Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome back to another tier list. And yeah, this might probably be the last tier list I've done. I've done Illumination Entertainment. Then I've done Blue Sky Studios. Then I have done Pixar Animation Studios. Then I did Sony Pictures Animation. Then I did Dreamworks Animation. And now, the moment you guys have been waiting for, we are doing Walt Disney Animation Studios. This is gonna be awesome. And yes, there's like a total of 59 movies, so this might be good. So let's start things off with Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. This one goes in the great category. So this was the first film made by Walt Disney, of course, the beginning of Walt's era. So this was released back in 1937, in the 1900s. So I actually did saw this one, but I was actually not born in the 1900s. So then we have Pinocchio. This one goes in very good. Actually, did saw this when I was a little kid. So this was the second film from Walt Disney Animation Studios. So that looks pretty good. So then we have Fantasia. I don't know anything about this one. Never saw it, to be honest, but there you go. I'm just putting one in mediocre just because I never saw it. So then we have Dumbo, and actually did saw this one. Saw the cartoon, not the live action, but I did saw the live action one, but it looks pretty fantastic, to be honest. Then we have Bambi. This one goes in the amazing category, mostly because never saw it, but I think I did saw this movie once. The next one is Saludos Amigos. I never saw this one, but it goes in mediocre. Now, it just reminds me of Saludos Amigos Ramon. You guys remember Saludos Amigos Ramon? It's the new 2021 card that I had in my collection. And yes, I did a review on my other channel before I had problems with it. Then there's the Three Caballeros. Again, I've never seen any of those. I have not seen any of those. I have not seen Make Mine Music. I have not seen Fun and Fancy Free. I have not seen Melody Time, and I have not seen The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad. Those are the movies that I actually never saw in my life. But anyways, let's move on things with Cinderella, another one of these Disney princesses movie. Not a huge fan of the Disney princesses, but I'm just a huge fan of the Pixar protagonists. Now this one goes in the great. Now Alice in Wonderland, I think I saw this one, so I'm gonna put this one in the very good category. And then we have Peter Pan. I've never saw this movie. We'll put this one in great. So then we have Lady and the Tramp, and this one goes in amazing, mostly because that iconic scene of the spaghetti scene. I love that scene. It's such an amazing scene I can hardly think about. So then we have Sleeping Beauty, yet another one of these Disney princesses movies. I've never seen it. I've never saw Sleeping Beauty in my life. It's just because I just never saw them. Maybe Disney Plus has them. Then we have 101 Dalmatians. Don't know anything about this one, but I'm put this one in the very good category. I mean, there's just some things that some of the Disney movies that I actually never saw. Then we have another of those movies that I have never saw, The Sword in the Stone. This goes in the bad terrible. I actually never saw this one. But now let's move things on with The Jungle Book, and this was actually the last film before Walt Disney died. Yeah, The Jungle Book was the last film before Walt Disney died in 1966. So yeah, rip Walt Disney. And then the first movie without Walt Disney was The Aristocats. Yeah, it's sad to say that Walt Disney had died back in 1966. But that's okay. I think I did saw The Aristocats, to be honest. Yeah. So then we have Robin Hood. I don't know anything about this one. I've never saw it, but I'll put this one in the great category. So then there's The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. I think I did saw this one, but I will say just mediocre. Don't get me wrong. I love Winnie the Pooh. Just an adorable teddy bear. I can hardly upgrade. So then we have The Rescuers. I don't know anything about this one, but I'll put this one in very good. So then there's The Fox and the Hound. I think I remember seeing this one, but I'm going to put this one in the great category. Then we have The Black Cauldron. So I'll put this one in mediocre. People might dislike it mostly because it was terrible. The Black Cauldron is just somehow bad, but it's just not good. So then we have The Great Mouse Detective. So this is a movie that I never saw, but I put this one in amazing. But yeah, this is a movie I've never seen, but I think I'm interested in seeing this one. So then we have Oliver and Company. Again, this is another of these movies that I actually never saw, but I think I'm interested in seeing those. So then let's get things off with the Renaissance era, starting with The Little Mermaid. Yeah, it's another one of those Disney princesses movies. I think I actually did saw it. It was great. Then we have The Rescuers Down Under. This is a sequel to The Rescuers. What the heck? Disney just did a sequel, The Rescuers Down Under. So I'm just gonna put this one very good along with The Rescuers. So then we have Beauty and the Beast, another one of those Disney princesses movies, but this one goes in the great. I actually did saw this movie when I was like a little kid, and boy, that was like very awesome. So then we have Aladdin. Never saw the cartoon version, but I only saw like the live action ones. So I'm gonna put this one in very good. So then we have, oh boy, The Lion King. This one is actually my favorite, so I'm gonna put this one in amazing. Now, my sister doesn't like The Lion King. If you may guess why my sister doesn't like it, it's because Timon and Pumbaa. My sister doesn't like The Lion King because of Timon and Pumbaa or the song Hakuna Matata. This is just so odd. I've never thought this in my life that this is because how bad it is. This is one of those terrifying things I ever get to see. To me, The Lion King is good, but my sister is not a huge fan of The Lion King because The Lion King was bad. My sister hates it because of Timon and Pumbaa. But anyways, now we have Pocahontas. Again, another one of those Disney princesses movies. The only thing the character in Pocahontas I like is Miko and that hummingbird. Miko is such an awesome character and the hummingbird as well. That's why I like that animal. Then we have The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Now, I actually don't get it. I don't think I might see this one, but I think I did. I think I did saw this movie, but I'm gonna put this one in very good. It is one of the darkest Disney movies ever made. So now we have Hercules, and this one goes in amazing. I actually did saw this movie. This is one of the movies that I actually did saw. Actually did saw in a TV. So now we have Mulan. Again, one of these Disney princess movies just don't make sense to me. So I'll put this one right here in great. So now we have Tarzan. It goes in. It goes in very good. I actually did saw this one. It looks pretty fantastic. So then we have another Fantasia. Fantasia 2000. Now I don't get about this one. I actually never saw this, but I'll put this one in mediocre along with the other Fantasia. So then we have Dinosaur. Never saw this one, but I will say just bad or terrible. This is not what people might expect it to see this one, but so then we have The Emperor's New Groove. I'm gonna put this one in amazing, just because it's an amazing movie. I actually never seen it, but maybe I'll see it someday. So then we have Atlantis: The Lost Empire. I don't know anything about this movie, especially. Never seen it in my life, but I'm just gonna put this one in the very good category. So then we have Lilo and Stitch. Oh boy, I even remember this movie. Lilo and Stitch is such an awesome movie. What an awesome movie. I saw this one and boy, I love Stitch. Stitch is just so funny because he just tries to mess with Lilo. Or even that scene when he uses the volcano to destroy against Gontu. Boy, that scene is so amazing. Stitch has got to be my favorite Disney character. I love Stitch. Now we have Treasure Planet. I don't know about this one. I've never seen it, but I'm going to put this one in the very good category. That's because it's just so amazing. So now we have Brother Bear. I think I actually did saw this one when I was a kid. Especially when I cried over that scene where, Sitka, when he sacrificed himself because the bear, who was actually Koda's mother, was trying to kill Kenai and Denahi. And that was the most sad scene when Sitka dies, except for Koda's mother. The bear that was actually Koda's mother that Kenai killed. And yeah, that was a really sad scene. Especially there was another scene when Kenai kills the bear, not realizing it was actually Koda's mother. Yeah, the bear was actually Koda's mother. And he couldn't believe that he killed the bear as he ended up transforming to a bear. But now we have Home on the Range. This one goes in. I'm gonna put this one in great. I actually did saw this movie, but it looks fantastic to me. And now we have Chicken Little. Alright guys, let me explain you all something. I know a lot of people hated this movie, but to me, It's just a good one. Chicken Little has got to be one of my favorite Disney movies. And this movie came out in 2005, which was the year I was born. Actually, it came out like in November, which is after I was born in October. And Chicken Little was easily my favorite movie. So don't get me wrong. I know a lot of people hated this movie, but to me, Chicken Little is just my favorite Disney movie. Now, please do not hate me for this. I know a lot of people hated this movie. Just like when I did the Pixar tier list, everybody hates Cars 2. But to me, Cars 2 was just pretty fantastic. So again, please do not hate me for this, okay? Okay, so now we have Meet the Robinsons. So I'm going to put this one in very good. Just because it's one of the most awesome movies Disney has ever made. Yeah, I actually saw this one and boy, it was pretty fantastic. Then we have Walt. Oh yes, another of my favorite Disney movie. Walt is such an amazing movie, especially when I love Rhino. Rhino is such an amazing character. He's so funny that he just doesn't make sense. So then we have The Princess and the Frog. Yes, Tiana is one of those Disney princesses, so I'm gonna put this one in grade. I actually saw it. It was just pretty good, to be honest. So now we have Tangled. Yes, I always know that the Disney princesses were just not one of my favorites. So it goes in the great category, just like with the other Disney princesses. And Rapunzel is one of them. So now we have Winnie the Pooh. Wait, Winnie the Pooh? Is this a sequel to Winnie the Pooh? Just like to the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh? I'm gonna put this one in mediocre. Now, don't get me wrong. I love Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh is just an amazing one. Is that like how people think that Winnie the Pooh is a sequel to the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh? Like, there's a video called that he said, a sequel to Winnie the Pooh? That's so funny. And now we have Wreck-It Ralph. Oh, yes. Wreck-It Ralph is another one of those favorite Disney movies I like. I mean, Wreck-It Ralph had like some awesome characters. They have characters like Bowser, Zangief, Bison, Eggman, and Sonic, and many of those characters. I love Wreck-It Ralph. Wreck-It Ralph is one of my favorite Disney movies I have ever seen. So now we have Frozen. What this one is amazing. A lot of people consider Frozen one of the best Disney movies ever made. But yeah, I know a lot of people might think about this one, but it's so good. It's still a good one. So now we have Big Hero 6. Another one of those amazing movies. I'm going to put this one right next to Frozen. And Baymax is easily an awesome one. He's just so funny when he gets drunk or saying, ba la la la. Baymax is just so funny. I love Baymax. Oh, and by the way, Baymax is getting his own series on Disney Plus in the summer of 2022. That's gonna be amazing. Baymax is getting his own series. I love Baymax. Baymax has got to be one of my favorite Disney characters. Now we have Zootopia. Yes, another one of those Disney movies I ever watched. I mean, yeah, Zootopia was awesome. I mean, there was a sloth that acts like very funny. Flash is such a funny character, so I love Flash. Then we have Moana. Yes, Moana is another one of those Disney princesses, I'm not gonna lie. So I'll put this one in grade because it's just nice to hear that. Yeah, not gonna lie, looks like it. So then we have Ralph Breaks the Internet, aka Wreck-It Ralph 2. Some people might think it's bad, but to me it's just very good. So I'll put Ralph Breaks the Internet in the very good category. But yeah, people love Wreck-It Ralph, but Wreck-It Ralph is such an amazing movie. Just like Ralph Breaks the Internet, there was another sequel. That being Frozen 2. I'm gonna put this one in very good. Yes, Frozen 2 is not as good as the first one, but heck, it looks pretty good. So I think I've never seen this one, like, back in 2020, I think. And finally, last but not least, we have Raya and the Last Dragon. Now I'll put this one in very good, just because it's one of the newest films that came out back in March. And yes, Raya was good, but I'm not sure, because I remember when I saw Luca, and it was amazing. So I'm hoping that Luca might win an Oscar for Best Animated Feature. Speaking of Raya, Encanto is coming out this Thanksgiving. Yes, Disney is making a new Disney movie called Encanto that will be coming out in Thanksgiving. Yeah, Thanksgiving. So I don't know who's gonna win the Oscars, but I will say Luca might probably win. But yeah, that is my tier list of Walt Disney Animation Studios. What do you think of this tier list? Do you like it or not? Let me know in the comments, who is your favorite Disney movie? To me, it might be Chicken Little because Chicken Little is just good. Now, I'm not gonna lie. Some people hated this movie, but to me, Chicken Little is just pretty good. Now, please do not hate me for this. I know a lot of people hate it, but to me, it's just good. But anyways, guys, that's all. I have done so many animation studios with the tier list. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed all of my tier lists. Let me know what is your favorite studio and anything like that. But thank you guys and see you guys next time. Peace.